My name is Creating with Cherri, also known as the director of Heartcraft Studios, with the series The Book of a Broken Promise. Today, just for this script writing episode, we're just gonna focus on screenplay format. Yay! So I'm gonna be using my episode 1 for the example. Throughout the years, I have been growing as a writer, and have noticed quite a change in my styles, in the way I write, and gradually improving in the process. And so we're just going to use my radio drama as an example. Episode 1. So for those who don't know, so what exactly defines a screenplay? A document that ranges anywhere from 70 to 180 pages. Most music scripts come in about 110 pages. There are a number of factors that play into the length. So this my series isn't a screenplay. It is a radio drama. Don't know if that counts or not. But this is about 23 pages, give or take. And I did this about sometime at the beginning of this year. And what the standard format, we've got 12-point clear font size. Let's check in with the document. So standard, I have it at 11. So to change this, I'm just gonna highlight it. There you go, 12. And then I have this at 11, and then you just go up. And then let's see what else. And Google automatically does the 1.5 inch margin, 1 inch on top, bottom, right, and then 1.5 on the left. Each page should have approximately 55 lines. I don't pay attention to that. I usually just space it out, like one space in between each line. And then for the spacing, I do 1.15. You can do how many you want, but yeah, my standard is 1.15. And then character names must have uppercase letters and be positioned starting 3.7 inches from the left side of the page. So we got this, yay! Uppercase letters, and then positioned. So what you do, I'm just gonna be simple. If it was over here, which usually all text does, all you gotta do is highlight it, go over to the lines area on Google Docs, and use the Control-Shift-E, or otherwise known as the center line. And there you go, it's at the middle of the page. Page numbers are positioned in the top right corner. Did I do that? I did. And how you can do that is, I believe, Format tab on the top, and then you go down, and then you got the page numbers. Okay, so we got the header, first page we want it to start, and we start at 1, apply, and automatically goes there. Or you can go to the insert, and if you want it custom, and it will just show you right here. If you have the title page in the front and it's not exactly a page, you can do that as well. It'll skip the first page and go directly to the next one, which will have all the dialogue and in descriptions. And this is just what a script should look like. I'm using the website Studio Binder. You can I'll link it in the video. It's a very, very good resource if you want to go check that out. There's much more you can be learning, the directing, producing, script writing, post-production, and then they also give you more resources, which is amazing. I am continuously trying to improve, and this is a good way to do that. Just reading and studying the script format from in here. So it looks like the scene heading is always in bold. So it doesn't look like I have that here. So that's bold right here. And always in 12, like we did earlier. And apparently I didn't do that. Okay, there's the 12. And then we have it says, so the EXT means exterior. So if your scene is outside, you'll use exterior. And then the INT is interior. And that's just meaning that the scene is inside. And then you have your the dash, and then it gives more specifics like, oh yeah, it's interior in a suburban home. And then where in the suburban home? Oh, the kitchen, right. And what exactly, like the time of day? Is it day? Is it morning, night? What are we at? We're at the night. So that helps you along with your pacing, so you just know where you are in the story. It just helps a lot. And then the VO, it's called an extension. So right under the interior suburban home, kitchen, night, we have that little paragraph with the description, and right under it we have Filbert, and then it has the extension VO, which means the character cannot be seen on screen, so they're voicing over VO. And then with that, usually underneath we have a parenthetical, provides info on how the actor should say the line. So I have that. If I scroll down here, it looks like, oh yeah, right here, echoey, mysterious voice, and then Mira. So what I didn't do is we want it to go down, so spacey. You want the parenthetical to always be above your dialogue before the character actually says it. And then what I like to do, alright, we're not going to do that. And then we got the shot. If you look to the bottom right on the screen, it says shot, and it indicates the camera angle or movement in the scene. So I do not do that here in my first one, because I didn't exactly know shots, but now that I do, I highly recommend it. But since I'm doing a radio drama, it doesn't really apply because you know, you're not gonna, it's not like an animation where you get to see the characters move and all that. You could add it if you wanted to be a little extra, so that like your editor or you yourself know like how characters are reacting, whatnot, if you wanted it to have visuals of some sort. And then let's see, intercut instructions when cutting to multiple locations. So inside of the home, they're gonna cut to a scene inside of the suburban home, where they're on a phone conversation. And then in the dialogue, it doesn't look like there's any quotations, so if you're ever using quotations, I don't recommend it. It's just how it is professionally. But if you want to, you can, if it's just for your eyes only. But yes, that's what it is. All right. Let's see. Okay. Yep. Interior, exterior, interior. And then we got the subheadings. All right, transitions. All right, cut to and fade out. So those transitions, let me explain. A cut to is when a scene just, in a movie where it goes black and whatnot, for like a split second, that's cut. That's a cut to a different scene. And then fade out is like a less dramatic of a scene change. It's like slowly fading in or slowly fading out, or one scene is fading out while another scene is fading in at the same time. Perfect example, I would use Star Wars. If you ever watched that the movie, you'll see the cut to and fade outs, yes, a lot. I've noticed. And also, when you're introducing a character, you want to have the name, of course, and you want maybe his age if you have one, and his description of what he looks like and how he is being introduced into the scene. In mine, it doesn't really look like I do that here. That's because I didn't have my character descriptions already and out, and I had no idea that I was supposed to do that. So, good lesson. Always when you're introducing a character that is new, always create a description of them before you do that. And create your story. Alright. And then you got the action. Yep. Looks like there. He stares into the abyss, sweat drips down his defeated face, mouth agape, hands clenched. A little bit of what the character looks like yet again. We hear a resounding thud, so you want to capitalize the important keywords. So we hear, and then thud. Filbert takes a deep breath, pulls his helmet guard down, draws sword, creeps down the steps, dissipated into darkness. So let's look and see if I did that in here. So it says, Mira lets go of her bag size, and then rummages through it again. She takes out her phone. Texting sounds are heard, so really texting sounds should be capitalized. Takes out her phone are heard. Lets go of bag, rummages through it. So, yep, there we go. And I also learned that you do not have to capitalize the characters, which is good. It saves a lot less work. Okay, camera shots, we went through that. Margins, Google Docs already does that for you. Alright, so that's it for Studio Binder. What my favorite thing to do is color code. You can do that. I especially like to do that for the VAs, just so they know exactly where they are. They can also use the search and find tool. Search or find in document. They can find it. Don't necessarily use find and replace. But this is just a little extra thing I do so that it's a little bit easier for them to find their lines. I also include the scenes, where they're at, the title, and then I always list the characters in scene. Again, it helps the cast where who's in the scene, and so they don't have to like flip through all of the names to find them. And yep, that's it for now. Next episode will be about actually writing. Cherri out.